Alrighty guys, so I kind of fucked up, but it's okay, and I'll explain. So, lifting the truck, if you haven't seen the other video on it, or 2 videos, or whatever the hell I did, go check those out. 96 Ford F-150, which I thought had a 4-inch lift. Turns out I had a 6-inch lift, and I just bought a 6-inch kit for it. Reason that I thought it was a 4-inch is because it had 4-inch blocks in it, and I couldn't, I was just like, well, why the hell would someone put like a 2-inch lifted spring on a 4-inch block? That doesn't really make sense. You'd do a 2-inch block with a 4-inch lifted spring. But apparently, what I think actually happened is they put a 4-inch block and they had like an add-a-leaf in the bottom, which made it a 6-inch. So I might actually end up getting a little bit of lift because I'm putting this rough country system in. A rough country 6-inch because it has like new coils, stuff like that. Mine aren't bad, neither are my shocks. My shocks aren't bad either, but the leaf springs were bad. So these are brand new springs, and they'll be pretty sick. I've been trying to get these ones out after work for a couple of freaking days. I've been working on this thing after work. I ended up getting that one out. That one isn't connected on that side. It's only connected on this side, and all the bolts are loose. You can see I cut this one off, and that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go buy bigger grinder wheels, or cutoff wheels. I'm just going to cut them right out and buy new bolts because they do not come out no matter how much you pound on them. So that's what I'm just going to do, and I'll just buy new bolts. It's not a big deal. But, yeah, so at first, though, I remember last video, you guys remember last video, I said I didn't really know what size lift I had in this thing, which I didn't. I honestly didn't. I thought I had a 4-inch. Apparently I have a 6-inch, which, I mean, it's pretty big. I didn't think it was all that big. Apparently it is. So this is going to go in, and then I ordered a 3-inch because I still want the thing to be higher. So I ordered a 3-inch body lift, which I've never been like huge fans of doing body lifts before, especially when that's all you do. Like you'll have these guys that'll go out and they'll like just body lift their truck. Now like a 6-inch body lift and it looks like ass. But I think it'll look okay on this because think about it, the bumpers are going to stay where they are. So this will raise up 3 inches, so it'll probably just be to the top of the bumper. So it's not like there's going to be a big gap, you know what I mean? It's probably going to sit just about flush with the top of that. And bumpers are going to stay where they are, so I'll still be street legal. Frame's going to stay where it is, just in case state trooper decides he's going to measure to my frame. That'll all be the same, within legal limits, just barely. This truck, to begin with, was just barely within legal limits. So I think I had like an 1.5 inches that I could go to meet New Hampshire state like inspection laws and everything. But then this is going to go up to about here. So we are going to have a gap here, so I'm going to have to get something done with that bumper so it doesn't look dumb. Then we can actually raise it a little bit because I do have a couple inches to go. Like, I think I had about 2.5 inches I could go up in the front. So we can do that. And then I will be able to fit 37s on this. Whether or not I'm going to do it, I'm sure I will do it at some point. But on the half-ton drivetrain, like axles and axle shafts and stuff like that, half-ton drivetrain is not really recommended to be doing crazy lifts and tires like this. I mean, most people will run like a 35 on a half-ton drivetrain, and that's about as far as they go. But I really want to fit 37s on this thing, so if I start breaking stuff, I'll just have to upgrade axle shafts or whatever. But yeah, so that's just what's going on with this. That kit is still going to go in because I do need the leaf springs. One thing that I didn't go over, actually, I thought my mom was just yelling for me. I didn't go over why I didn't just send the kit back. So I was going to send the kit back. I called the people, asked them if I could only send parts of it back because I just wanted to keep the leaf springs. They said I couldn't do that. So I figured I would send the whole thing back. And then I started calling around, seeing if people could like make me leaf springs that had 6 inches of lift or whatever, so I wouldn't have to run blocks in it. And everybody, basically online or over the phone, local shops, quoted me at like $350 per leaf spring.
Or over to Grand's if you want to come over.
Sorry about that, my mother's insane. But, yeah, so places quoted me like $350 per leaf spring. So that'd bring me to $700, and I just paid pretty much that for this. So, and then I'd have to send them, I'd have to pay $100 to ship the thing back to Rough Country because they make you pay for shipping, return shipping. So I just figured I'd keep the thing. I mean, I really don't need all of these brackets because my truck already has them. So maybe I'll just keep them and do whatever else with them. Because I do have them, but they are rusted. Well, they're not rusted, they're just rusty looking. I don't know. I'm just going to keep it all. Replace the springs and whatever. Maybe they'll give me a little bit more of a lift since those springs are pretty old. Maybe they'll just lift me up a little bit, which would be sweet. Which would be sweet. So alrighty guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Talk to you guys later.